Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Ramiz Brahimaj versus Sasha Palatnikov. And I see this one right here. So this fight is definitely a fight I've been going back and forth on, but ultimately I'm going to lean to Ramiz Brahimaj to win this one. And I'm going to tell you why I'm leaning to Ramiz Brahimaj. So Sasha Palatnikov, in his first fight in the UFC against Louis Cozy, at first he was getting picked apart, and then was able to rally and take advantage of a fading. Well, he wasn't fading, but land clean counters on an overly aggressive Cozy, and then keep put it up on him and never unrelenting on him and put him out in that second round or whatnot. But that's too much stuff right there. But and this is dragging it out. But either way, with this one, I'm more so looking at the fight where that fight, as far as the grappling exchanges to this extent, and also it's not even about the Cozy fight. It's about the Impa Kasanganay fight, or Kasanganay fight, the Impa Kasanganay fight, where he just flat out let Kasanganay have so much grappling success against him, and then ultimately that last sequence where he got tapped out, Kasanganay was literally hanging off, like falling off the top of him, and he tapped out. Like all he had to do was maybe hook the leg and step over and would have been out of that rear naked choke, or even grabbed the top of the head and shook him and he would have been out of that rear naked choke, but he tapped. I don't know how tight it was, or maybe it was just so tight and so good that he was blacking out and was about to pass out in a split second just from even no hooks in and the man hanging over the top of you, but he tapped out. Maybe he was so hurt by the punch that landed. I'm not sure, but it was not a good look, to be honest. But yeah, not a good look. He looked good in the scrambles, but position-wise and takedown defense-wise, like initial takedown defense, like as far as defending takedown from getting put on your butt and getting a takedown scored, he was not good. Scramble looked decent, looked good. Submission defense did not look that great. Jiu-jitsu did not look all that great in that last fight. Now you're going against Ramiz Brahimaj, who's a grappler, good, solid, decent wrestling, good, solid BJJ, excellent at taking backs, versus a guy who gave up his back so easily and gave up his neck. Not only did he give his back up easily, he gave up his neck easily. I mean, it's okay to an extent to give up your back, but you don't give your neck too. That's just like asking a recipe for disaster, just asking for somebody to choke you out. And Brahimaj on the other side, he fought Max Griffin, who was a solid fighter in this division. Definitely not a world beater at welterweight, but you know, he's on his way. He's riding up the ranks and definitely been putting in some good work in the UFC for a good little minute now. So between them, like, he has definitely fought the best competition, or at least the best fighter is the person Brahimaj has fought. I think Palatnikov has the best win, and that's over Louis Cozy, but Cozy's nowhere near Max Griffin. I'm not saying he beat Max Griffin, he clearly lost, but in that fight where I'm going with this one, I feel like Brahimaj did not even attempt a single takedown against Max Griffin. I don't know why he felt so confident. That's a concern of mine. If you know you're a grappler or grappling with the strength you have in this fight going into that fight, why did you not attempt a single takedown at all in that fight? Did you think the fight striking was that close? Did you think you were going to catch him? So that gives me some. He's tough. He got harder. You could give credits for that, but also, where's the fight IQ? That's a concern for me. But I feel it's such a big opening against Palatnikov, or seemingly such a big opening against Palatnikov. They should go there. Striking wise, I feel like Palatnikov should be the better striker. But if he falls back in his old tendencies, I mean, in the Kasanganay fight, he started to look better. He wasn't dropping his hands as much. He wasn't going straight back, so he showed some significant improvements. But the grappling still was an issue, clearly. So I don't know, but like I said, I think it's a very tight fight. But I think the biggest glaring thing for me is Palatnikov's submission defense, and I felt like the striking be relatively close. I feel like if it's purely striking, Palatnikov should win. But yeah. In conclusion, I think Brahimaj should be able to mix it up enough, and I think he will come this fight smarter, knowing he's coming off and looking back and questioning himself and his coaches talking to him and looking at the holes in Palatnikov's game. Be to mix up on the feet. Stay at least clean enough in the deep on the strike and not get sloppy. And then eventually be able to mix in the takedowns, mix in the grappling, and find success there. Be able to break Palatnikov down over the course of 2 rounds in a very close fight. Then eventually be able to find that third round, like that real success later on in the second round, and then carry that on into the third round and be able to find that submission and tap him out in the third round. So in this fight, I had Ramiz Brahimaj via third round submission.